Right. Good evening. The cats are being assholes. So they're being butts. I had to mute some other stuff. All right. YouTube Studio looks a little slow, but nothing I haven't worked with before. What do you? Just sit in your tower. Cats. Just sit in your tower, buddy. Buttholes. Anyways, all set up here. Got the other camera set up so you can see it a little better. It's in the painting box, but I will have to remember that, like, the painting box. I gotta remember it's got like a big wedge here. Just stuff you can't see. I gotta like paint in the back. Can I move the camera? What if I... Oh, if I flip the camera around, I gotta rotate it? I rotate it 180. Oh, it's got museum goo. Hold it in there. Which works great. So dust. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. I think the goo has merged with the naturally, like, rubbery sticky pad that was on the bottom of this camera. Maybe not. It's good. Rotate it so the camera end is more up here. Well, now it's not even looking in the box. Shit. I take the protective layer off and just... Gosh, what have I done? What have I done? I've mangled my setup before we even started. Right. Seems okay. I can tilt it forward a bit more. Raise the back end up a bit. Yeah, all right, that might work. Again. Got to flash my face.
Ah, yes. Do you mind if I use it?
Sure.
Just need
Gotta move other cables. All right. That back part goes there. Come on, refocus. There it goes. I get the other blob of goo. Right under here. And back on. I give it just a little bit of a boost it needs. Oh, come on, lamp. I think we're good. Perspective is a little warped because I'm not used to seeing it from this angle, but all right, I think we're good. We got it. All right. Gandalf. Wizard is never late unless I'm painting him, and then he's very late. Because I've been using a Gandalf the Grey for my top of the walls Minas Tirith list. So I haven't, despite having like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Gandalf the Whites, I've never painted any of them. So we've got the Minas Tirith one on horseback, and the Heroes of the West, Men of the West. I figure I would do probably both of these as fancy Minas Tirith bases, but I haven't decided yet, and it doesn't matter because I'm just painting today. Alright. Let's see if I can rotate this window, though. Date paint camera. Oh, those are... Let's see. Rename, remove, order, transform. Alright. Works for me. Now you can see the same bullshit I can see. Alright. So I figured I would start with Shadowfax because I only have to do it once. And I want to do something a little interesting because in the lore, Shadowfax is described as being almost a bright silvery white in the daytime and almost invisible shadowy at night. Camera too far forward? No, we're good. We're good. Oh, hold on. My face is twitching. It's hard to focus. So I'm going to see what happens if I paint it silver first, a light silver, and then dry brush a white over that. So do I want to start with metal medium? Oh, it is. Or storm host. Let this also be like the shade color. I don't know yet. Thinking's tough. Thinking's dangerous. Especially if I'm overthinking, which I probably am. But out my flat wedge brush, and we'll get the horse coated. I guess we'll do the Stormhost Silver as the base coat. Palette down here. I did not shake that up enough. Alright. Take the piss out of this. Just a small dot. And it looks like this camera is in better focus than the other one. Much elbow room. Shift my butt a little bit. All right, I got a little elbow room. All right, so let's coat this guy with Stormhost Silver first. Just being weird and trying weird stuff. I like that Gandalf and Shadowfax are like nature buddies. Shadowfax, I don't have to paint a saddle. Okie doke. You're gonna be down in the garage, hon? Doke. Don't spend all the time. Fuck. This is a very bendy model. Shit. Now I've gone and moved the camera too far back.
Oh. These are so cute.
Slurp. Alright, this will be, I think, a little better for me. Or I'm holding it. Yeah. Alright. Come closer, Gandalf. Yeah, his staff is like really thin in this model. I mean, I guess both of them are, but I think at least this one's at least like anchored on the feet on the bottom. He's just like holding it out at like the perfect height and position to be bonked. Metallics are always kind of thin. You know what? Let me look up while I paint so I can see. If I go slow, I can coordinate it between the camera. I don't have any depth perception though, so. Is my mic going? Okay, there it is. So I'm getting other alerts for issues with the program, like as I'm trying to do stuff. OBS crashed a few times while I was trying to start up. I'll turn the camera a little less, lights a little less intense. This makes it a little harder for me to see, but I'll manage. My eyes can adjust. Turn this light on. A little bit more light from the other side. Plus, once Shadowfax is done, like I don't have to dry brush and do any of that around Gandalf. What the fuck is up for my side camera, though? A couple early streams I had, the whole setup like messed up and did not record properly. I didn't realize it later until I was like watching the VOD of it. Like, oh yeah, at one point it just froze and stopped working. I was like, oh damn. So I keep our iPad going as an extra screen to monitor it. And it must have had an update or something recently-ish that changed the video watching settings so that it no longer like just stays on if I'm watching something. I keep having to reset or like retouch it to get it to stop from going to sleep again. Thanks, Apple, you fucking jerks. Painting a white silver on a white base makes it really hard to tell like where it's gone on thick enough and where it's not, because like if I rotate it a little, I'll be able to see like, oh, this side didn't shine at all as I turned it, but this side was fine. Ooh, do I want to do like maybe like a light gold color? Just a little bit for the tail and mane. Little pony. Gandalf hops on his My Little Pony. This is my pony, Sona, Shadowfax. He's a horse lord pony. He can run faster than all the other ponies. But he's a wild spirit. He won't let anybody tame him. Just kidding, it would be Radagast. Ooh, almost fucking dropped it again. I can't tell you how much I hate this staff. Really, really bendable, and he's very droppable. I can't glue him on. I can't glue him on yet because of the way I do bases. No, you know what? I'll do the Merry and Pippin one. Fuck, when does he strike this pose? When does he strike this pose? Is it when he's squaring off against the Witch King? Just a soda, though I wish it was a beer. Actually, it's a ginger ale, and I wish it was a gin and tonic. Let's add, what's my lightest gold? Raider gold is kind of a dull gold. That might be okay. Then again, Orc Armor Gold is like a much brighter yellow, but a thinner gold, thinner paint. Let's do Liberator. Oh my god, I almost punched my soda into the computer. I really hope this works. If this doesn't work, it's gonna look goofy as shit. But fortunately, if it doesn't work, I might be able to. Repainting should be pretty easy. Off garbage brush. Don't roll away. Get back here. I gotta move my soda. I'm gonna punch it. I forget the name of what Shadowfax is. One of the horse lords. Whatever the valor of the hunt is, he's descendant of that valor's horse. Because he's got one of the reasons why I don't know if I want to do the Minas Tirith tile base is because he's got this. His tail's got the mount. Part of his tail is what's going to be mounted to the ground. So it's got this lump of stuff on it. So excuse me. So I don't want to glue a lump of stuff to it and have it just like sitting on top of the tile. Quite get it. It's a little better. Go. Oops, I got his leg with the gold. Whoops, let me just... There, no one's the wiser. Nobody knows. Okay, this is mainly gold. I'm gonna dry brush like a cream color over it, probably. I did go to the doctor, get my face nerves checked out. I don't know what the fuck is up with this. Every once in a while, my face will get like really twitchy. Just like, oh, am I having a bunch of mini strokes? What's going on? This lasts for like weeks. Alright, this model is what we call a pain in the ass. Alright, I'm not going to do the tile base for this one. I'll do it on the one where he's got Pippin. Maybe not. I've got 3 of him on horseback. Got the 2 towers one. Got the new one where he comes with Pippin. And I've got this one. Gotta keep reaching up and around. Back the mane from this awkward ass angle. Alright, this looks sufficiently weird. Hello, welcome to the stream. Trying some weird stuff painting Shadowfax today. Hoping it's gonna work. Do I have... What's the darkest metallic I've got? Like, Leadbelcher's dark, but it's not that dark. Warplock Bronze is pretty dark. Would Warplock Bronze look good as a hoof? Oh, I also have a metallic. I got, like, they're like metallic. Or should I just... I might just do the hooves normal. Yeah, I'll do the hooves normal. Alright, let's see. Give that a second to dry up a little bit. Hopefully, where's the... Oh, I don't use the... Do I want to try the medium? Yeah, but goblins look good even if they're rough. They look better rough. I hate painting goblins. Oh, this is brand new paint. I haven't used this one yet. Alright, this one's pretty white. Let's see how this looks using the white silver on top. It honestly doesn't even show up. All right. All right, so actually, you know what? That might not have been a paint. Sure. This might actually be for making metallics, not for actually being a metallic paint. Creates a transparent silver effect. Oh, okay. You know what? I wish I had read that before I started this. Because I don't know if this would I could have put this over the white. Oops. Let's just do it with white. Oh yeah, not bad. Looks like a little goblin artificer. Am I right? Oh! Oh no! Ooh, that was close. Oh shit. Okay, what is going on with this paint? Hello. So that came out. I almost dumped paint everywhere. Okay, what the hell is happening with this paint? Why did that happen? Oops. Ooh, the cap is full of crap. So I gotta clean the cap. How long have you been painting for? So I think oh wow, yeah, it was a big glob in there. I was painting since I was like 11, I think. That's 24 years. Okay, that's what was jammed in the tip. That's what got it all stuck. So that was a lot of paint in the cap there. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. Pick out the dry brushing brush. And I'll try dry brush. Oh, it's really. Wow, that put out a huge blob. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We're good. Let's see how this looks. It's cat hair. Cat hair, get out of here. All right. If I just kind of dry brush this on top of Shadowfax, is that going to... I kind of want it to dull the metallicness. Leave it so it's only kind of like shimmery in the shadows. Might take a couple coats, but I think it'll work. I think it'll work. It's already kind of dulling the shine, but I fucking hate painting horses. I absolutely hate painting horses. Because they're muscular, but it's very smooth transition as opposed to like a billowing cape. Very shallow definition to it. So like, you can't shade it abruptly, or everything looks like odd and overly toned. Might work. We'll see. This is what like the first stages are for. They're for experimenting, seeing how it's going to play out, and then I can try it again later. And if it doesn't work, this is a metal model. I can just toss it right in the acetone. Well, I've learned my lesson for next time. What is Shadowfax? Word. I know Lindale is. That's the name of the first chapter of the Silmarillion. It's the Horse Lords. Use the straight brush to do the main. Next to its boot. This poor staff. I'm gonna be bending this poor staff the whole time. I think as soon as I'm done with Shadowfax, I'm gonna get them glued in. Because goddamn. I want to give it like a silky kind of sheen. Which it's kind of doing. Oh, Pancakes is here, hey buddy. He was in trouble earlier because he was being a jerk. Weren't you, Pancakes? I was just fighting with my brother as soon as you turned the stream on. So, I know, buddy. He's got a cut on his eye right now, probably because he's being a fucking jerk all the time. That's Pancakes for you, though. That's Pancakes for you. His mother won't accept it. I keep telling her he's a bad guy. Pancakes just causes trouble with the other cats. Fighting and biting and humping. Horse butt cheek. The flank. It almost feels like I'm painting directly on the pewter instead of primer. instead of a primed model. It does, okay. I'm thinking maybe I do want to paint him white. Yeah, all right. I'm just gonna paint him white because honestly, it looks more like I'm painting an unprimed model thinly. Ow, ow! Something stinging my arm. Versus actually making it a white metallic thing. Let me take a good look at this. Okay, he doesn't look very shimmery, horse lordy. He looks too thin gray paint. I'm not giving up on it yet. Not gonna give up on it yet though. Let me see how it looks once I get like thicker white on it. Dun, 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 dun. This might be working, but I'm not 100% sure. Yep, bug it. All right. I really hate painting horses. God, I hate painting horses. I hate painting horses so goddamn much. I don't know if I can put a wash over this paint either. Fuck. Much like the Saruman of many colors I tried, I think this Gandalf is going in the back of the acetone. Well, I won't stop until I finish. If I finish it and it looks terrible, it's going in the acetone. It's okay. Art is always about trying new things. Finding new ways to do stuff. Like my iPad froze. I think part of the problem is I chose a silver that was too close to the original unprimed pewter color. Because it really does look unprimed. Bad news, Gandalf. You're going in the primer. Give me your arm, Gandalf. Alright. He's going in the primer. Or the acetone. I went about this all the wrong way. So let's toss him in. No, not you. You're good. You know what? That hand is good. Oh well. Oh well. That arm is on a little too good. Can I fit you? Now without bending it. Fuck. Which leg was it? This one. This one's got a lot of green stuff on it. Oh, if I just get his arm off. There we go. Whoop. Damn, almost. Alright, how do I get your forelimb off? Those just turning in. I've tried something and it really glued solid. I tried something and it's not working. But now I gotta... God damn, he's really on there. Okay. They're going into the big acetone jar then. You're going into the melting down jar, Gandalf. Alright. Alright, so that didn't work. However, I think for when I go to redo that one, I'll do white primer, contrast paint, white highlight, and then I'll apply this metal medium to it. And then that'll give them the shiny, sparkly sheen that I was looking for. But that'll be for another day, because it's gonna strip. Alright. On foot Gandalf, though, is still good. So, this, what I want to do are a couple of different... Gray Seer looks a little light. might be looking for grace here. That might be good. What other tans do I have over here? Got... Okay, Carrickstone is way too dark. Let's add back to Earthshade. What are you even doing over here? That's not what I meant to grab. I meant to grab Screaming Skull. I think I primed him with Wraithbone. Wraithcraft Flesh. Wraithbone? Wraithbone, okay. They're a little different. This one's a little yellower. Primed Wraithbone. I don't need Carrickstone for this. Alright. So let me touch up the Carrickstone primer. There's a few little spots in it. I think it could use the touch up. I'm just going to go straight from the pot to get some of these areas on the cloak, because the cloak is what I'm going to do. His cloak is more of a really light cream color than a white, while his robes are paler gray-white. So I don't want to just paint him a single solid shade of white, so go through and touch up the primer layer for the Wraithbone. We're just going to pretend the whole debacle with Shadowfax never happened. Not great.
Wait, what?
Oh, what I tried on the Shadowfax model didn't work, so I tossed it back to the acetone. So no Gandalf on a horse tonight, just Gandalf on foot.
Horses are overrated anyway, right, Penny?
Horses are a bitch to paint. I fucking hate painting horses. I have a whole bunch of Rohirrim. I am not looking forward to painting any of them, simply because I hate painting horses so much. Just a little bit more cloak. A little bit more over here, actually. A bit on my shoulder, too. It looks like the pewter's got a little crack in it. Can I push enough paint into this crack? Yeah, you can. Camera's kind of focusing a little bit. You can see right here. It's the faintest little dark spot on the camera. Actually, a hole. There we go. I'm just gonna fill in with paint, and we're just gonna pretend that hole's not even there. We're like the oh, there's some on the other side. The pewter like cracked and cried a little. I think it's the tin in the pewter. If you've ever heard of the tin cry, tin like is really squeaky and creaky for metal. And I've got some tin bars, and if you bend them, they creak and squeal and cry, really squeaky like. Kind of a weird thing to hear metal do that. But it's called the tin cry. Alright, so there's the Screaming Skull and the cloak. Get a smaller brush to do the base for the other colors. Alright. So, what are you crying about? Muffin's crying. Muffin, buddy, come inside the room. He's just sitting out in the hallway crying like a baby. Uber what? He's being baby. Oh, Dr. White was in the shower. That's why. He likes to just sit in there. I hear you, Goober. I don't care. It's not true. I do care. He's just a baby. Let's add the little Gandalf tag. There it is. Alright. Oh, his boots are white. Alright, but this lowest layer of clothes are going to be a cooler gray color. Honestly, I don't know if this is dark enough. I think it is. And it's going to be dark enough for me, so I think once I start getting like the other whites on, it's going to just look lighter. Oh, I think I'll probably have to hit the boots with a wash too. You know what? I wonder if you could have just painted Gandalf like all white and then applied the shades and just done a little highlighting. That probably would not look terrible, given how light of a model he is. He's literally wearing all white. Do I even want to use shades on this model? Like, besides, like, head and face? Gosh, what do I even have to... It's like 80% of this model is just his cloak. Just look at the boots. We might even have time where I can, like, base him. Because even though it's kind of a process, he's so much of one color. Alright, this other part is also the gray. Gandalf the slightly different shade of gray. Get under his cloak. Yeah, he's been sitting there crying. I think that part here, this little bit of robe, is also part of the gray. Whoops. First model drop for the night. It's gonna be like mostly the effort I'm gonna put into it is gonna be like on his face. We'll do Rakarth. I got the hiccups. Alright. And a little screaming skull. It's not that different from the cloak, but it might be different enough that I can kind of look at and tell what's what. And I got... Oh, fuck. Where did that come from? Oh, I got white paint on the lid. Oh, it's on my hand. Dry, dry, dry. Okay. Alright, we're good. I don't know where it came from, but... Hey, Pancakes. Pancakes is here again. In and out with this boy constantly. Alright, I'll do that for this part. This middle robe will be based with the whatever this is. Screaming Skull? Yeah, Screaming Skull. It's just different enough I can tell it apart. Plus, I think I watered this pot down directly in the pot, so it's kind of a thin paint. Normally, I thin my paints a bit more, but this top of his inner cloak is pretty light. It's the cream colored one. I'm not actually sure what he's wearing exactly. Because he's got like the outer cloak, but there's also almost like a shirt that like opens up into like a tunic on the bottom. But a really long tunic that's kind of more like it's more like the top of a robe had a shirt top. I don't know wizard fashion, man. Some kind of robe. Fancy wizard robes given to him by Galadriel. Mystery range on the bottom of the models where cloaks and pants and boots all merged together. I think that's all set. Crank that a little bit just to give it a little oomph. Stick in the base a little better. All right. Whoa, almost spilled it. All right, now we got other parts to do. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do like the white last. All right, his boots are white. Look at this other model. Boots are white. His belt's brown. I want to say the handle, the hilt to Glamdring is like silver and dark blue. Even in this model, most of his belt's covered. Yeah. He's pretty well covered. How you doing in the punishment jar? Can't see it. Yeah. He's suffering in the punishment jar. Alright. So let's grab a little. What is this? Catachan flesh. I'll do that for the tiny bit of what I think is belt. I'm also going to grab a much smaller brush. It's too small. Not for his face. Let me grab both. I do not know how they paint their horses so smoothly. Stupid horses. Stupid horses. thanks for the follow. Alright. Is this belt... It might not be belt, but there's something in there, and I think it might be a little bit of flash, actually, but... I'm going to put a little brown in it just to have something there, because... I don't know, it needs a little bit of something else. Just like... things and junk in there. I actually, you know what? I think a lot of that... This is a secondhand model I got. So I think that might actually be shredded original paint. I wasn't able to clean out with the brush and hook. Well, that's all the brown we needed. That was quick. However, that's all purple. I do need to find one of my dark navy blues for Glamdring, and I think Cantor Blue is going to be it. It's not as dark as I'd like, but I think a little tiny drop of Nuln Oil will fix that. Just a little dab. Then again, that is pretty dark. That'll just be for this little tiny bit of Glamdring here. Literally just part of the hilt. And we're done with blue. Just like that. And Glamdring is kind of a darker metal, so I'm going to use... Ooh, I haven't used the Grey Knight Steel yet. I'll use Grey Knight Steel on it. Because, Glamdring is from the first age. Made by Telcar, I believe. They're not actually elven blades, they are dwarven blades. Or Glamdring is, anyways. What color is Glamdring's scabbard? God, it is covered up in every single one of his models. I guess he does kind of keep it like close and hidden under his robes. It's kind of like to spring it on people. He's just an old man, and next thing you know, boom. A 6,000-year-old sword comes out and cuts your goblin throat. Also, I got a little bit on his robe. So we'll touch up just a tiny bit. Real itsy bitsy tiny touch up. There we go. Oh, almost dropped this paint again. All right, let's add a little bit of... I'll do the Corvus Black for the scabbard. But I'm also going to go for a much smaller brush because, like, Gandalf's not showing a lot of anything other than robe. Pancakes. Pancakes has come back. He's brought a cat toy with him this time. Hey, buddy. You're just gonna stare at the wall? Okay. Cats. He's just got the tiniest little bit of scabbard. Hey, Pancakes, what's up, buddy? Are you upset I'm not giving you any attention because God forbid I have hobbies, buddy? It's like, Father. It's like, last night you and Mother ignored me. It's like, yes, buddy, we were trying to sleep. It's like, but I wanted to run around the house. It's like, I know, buddy. But we like to sleep. Alright, I'm gonna have to touch up the robes, I think. Oh my god, one of the problems with small brushes is the paint will start to dry really quickly. And when I'm working with a dark paint, it's actually kind of hard for me to tell if I actually managed to touch the paint to the brush. That'll do. Or I'm using my Psycho brush. It's always so difficult to like get the eye, to dot an eye before it dries. There's a little bit of the model that is, you know, those chunks that are just solid chunks because they have to be to get them out of the mold. It's like they can't sculpt around it. So I'm just going to paint that whole thing as a chunk of metal. It's not going to look fantastic, but it's just kind of there. I can't really work around it. Right. For his beard, let's start with a little bit of storm vermin fur. Oh, I'll do the beard after, actually. Where is my flesh tones? Here they are. Alright, Vallejo, flesh tones kit. Dropping everything. Alright, so we got... Fucking hell. This white paint has been an absolute curse today. What a mess. What a mess. Alright. So this is the Vallejo flesh tones kit. Shake them up. Shake them all up real quick. Alright, we'll start with heavy skin tone. Alright. I don't remember looking so yellow. Greenish. Alright, Gandalf. I'm gonna do 2 hands and a face. Or if we ever had a sleeve over here. Alright, Alright, his sleeve's another one I gotta do a quick color touch up. I forgot, some of the other layers stick out under it. So thumb. Fingertips. Oops, that's thumbnail and painted. Alright, there's one hand, basic painted. Crack my neck a bit. Stick my hand back in the paint. Whoops. This is where it gets a little tricky. So we can work this right in close to that. See, it dried again. It dried again. That side of the hand. Right there. Oh shit, did I get his? I think I got part of the hilt.
You ready for the party?
No.
Should Dad you're dancing?
It's been a while since I painted a person. Though the war machines were more forgiving in their mistakes. Hey, guess what? I need that blue again, so I messed up the hilt. Whoops. Oh, good. Alright, in his face. Bottom lip. Eyes and brows. Eyes and guard. Do, 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 do. Oops, there's a little bit more. Time I rotate a model, I always just spot more bits I missed. Oh, his ears are showing. Only one is showing though, so just one ear. Alright. Alright, now let's do the base color on his hair and beard. Storm Room is a slightly warmer gray. Oh, this might be my first time opening it. It's got one of those chunks, though. Alright, it's not the first time I had one of those blobs of crap stuck in the lid chunks. Alright, and yeah, Stormroom's a warmer gray, so I like using that in contrast to some of the darker ones. Because the bluer the gray, the colder it looks, and the browner the gray, the warmer it looks. And so I want the warmer gray undertone to show through in the recesses once you put the white over the top. Alrighty, alrighty. Underset. Oh man, it's more beard exposed underneath. I don't think I've been to the underside of anyone's beard yet. Alright. Alright, let's do his hair. Oh, is this his talking up to Saruman pose? I gotta move my mic. Oops, I'm hitting stuff on the mic. Whoops. Just a little bit. It's like the perfect spot for getting in the way of my hand. Contour on the edges. Once you get the edges, you can just plop it all in the middle. You're good. All right. Horses and hair, I think, are two of the things I hate painting most. Because I think this paint just thinned out on one end of my blob. It looks like it's running into the creases, which actually is kind of what I wanted to do. Yeah, it's almost going to mark one of the contrast paints. Not exactly what I was hoping it would do, but all the pancakes just sneezed. Buddy, are you on the ground? Yeah, okay, he's on the ground sniffing drugs. Yeah, you love your catnip, huh, buddy? Addict. Pancakes is a filthy addict. Right. Weird. Oops. Just smashed my brush into the side of my wet palette. Not good for the tip. Don't smash your tip. One of the cats got to the bathroom drawers. I can hear him. He's opening and closing it up.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Yeah. Sounds like pancakes. He's not in here playing with his toy mat anymore. He like immediately got up and ran to the bathroom to try to sneak into the treat containers.
Looking at me. It's because I gave Waffles. Okay, so
Mhm.
Waffles does not like the Kit Tit, whatever, catted squeezy tubes. He only likes Delectables and uh, churros, something like that.
Yeah, he likes the churro ones.
Yeah. I tried giving him some of the cattle ones that we got from Costco. He does not like them.
That's so funny. All right. I think this is a complete base coat on him now. Yeah. Oh no, I did have to do the sleeve touch-ups. And that's essentially just these sleeves here. Just one sleeve. Little flecks of other stuff. That's okay. I think that about covers all the base coats. Let's grab my washing brush. All right, and I want to do don't need on oil gloss. Well, no, I do need it for the sword. Let's do a little. Oops, come here. Tiny bit of non-oil gloss. What is this? It's the Agrax. Get out of here. Itty bitty tiny bit here on Glamdring. Alright, I guess that's just gonna close on me. Don't need much. I should be able to work with what I got here. But not the scabbard, just the hilt and pommel. And you know what? I might want to use this on his. You know what? I just realized there's like a little paint scuff on here. So let me coat this part with white real quick. Just because some of the primer got scuffed off of here, I think. That way that's all painted and I can put a shade on that in just a second. Dry quick, damn it. Should be drying up already. A little bit of this just here in the. Just have to bring out some of the details of the staff. Alright, then when I go over that, that'll look a little nicer. Get a little bit of the non-gloss null oil. Put that on his boots.
Did you notice that if you take a screenshot of your buddy, either Quaxley or Pikachu appears?
Yep.
Is there anyone I'm missing?
Yes, I can show you in just a sec. Can't show you. I'm using my phone as a camera. Yeah, more characters from the new season show up.
Do you know who else?
People.
Oh, but like in terms of Pokemon.
The Forgatta with the hat.
Mm.
And I imagine also Fuecoco. Fuecoco looks like he's so stupid and I love him. Alright, we got that on his boots for a little more detail on the boots. Agrax. This Agrax is really thick. It's pretty low. It's almost syrupy at this point, honestly. I gotta open the new one. I'm just gonna use this here. Very inside of that sleeve. Here a little bit. Yeah. Just thick enough, I might put it on his face. No, I got a different color for the face. Alright. I'm gonna save that for orcs and shit, because it's gotten really thick and dark. I don't know if it's a good use of the normal shade anymore, because I think it's just like so far off what it used to be. Alright, and this is the Vallejo. It just says wash. Flesh wash. Flesh wash. And I don't have much of this, so I'm just gonna. I don't want to like spill it out. Any blobs anywhere. I don't have a lot of it. I don't need a lot of it. I just need to do wrists and fingers and whoops. All right, this thumb here. Not too concerned about getting the staff because the staff's gonna be like all white. His face. It's going on a little thick next to his eye. It's being shot by skeletons in Minecraft in the background.
Oh, goodness. And all this is, I didn't realize I was still in the cave, but all this is real, or happening while I'm battling,
Playing two games at once. Alright. We'll let that base dry a little bit. Let's see. I think at this point, it's almost all whites. Face, beard. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Did I put it away? Stormhost silver. Where'd that go? Oh shit! Where's my Stormhost silver? Oh, it's behind my soda can. That's why it disappeared. Little highlight on Glamdring, and I think it'll just be those colors left. And then I gotta go brush the paint and acetone off the other one. Oh well, I'm learning. We're trying new stuff. I'm watching YouTube Studio lag a little. It's okay. You okay there, YouTube Studio? That's what happens when you use a potato computer like I do. Yeah, but you're the one with the actual gaming computer. Alright. Cadmium skin. That's it. That's it. That's all I needed. Just that. Don't put out any more, damn it. Whoops, I threw the paint bottle. I'm a disaster. I shouldn't have chosen cadmium skin because that's the next color on the face. Ooh, time for the insanity brush. Psycho. That's my little brush. You can see it over the white. That's my small brush. We got some Gandalf eyes to do. The way I do eyes is I just get a little bit of paint on this brush and I just fast with it. I can get a little, ooh, that went terribly wrong. I try to do a thin line of white. In this case, he got a round blob of white, but it's okay because part of what I'm going to do will fix it. Basically, you put a blob of white and a dot of black, and then you use whatever the next layer skin tone is to kind of like cut it into the shape you were going for, so it looks more like an eye. I can't do it well with my hands, but you know what I mean. Hopefully you get what I'm saying. Where's black? I don't know what color Gandalf's eyes are. Let's give him dark blue eyes. I already have it out. Alright, Psycho Brush. It's almost enough. Does have a little. Oh, losing my brushes. And that's all I use this brush for. And because it's so fine, I usually prefer to get it. Oh, this is the wrong jar. I usually clean that one up right away. So I just get it cleaned, set aside, put it out of the way. Such a tiny, delicate brush. So now, even though his eyes are all messed up, it's part of the process, and I can just use the other brush and the cadmium skin to fix the eyes. Here's the next one. Alright, we'll use the cadmium skin. I'll let those eyes dry for a second. Let's get his hands. The cadmium flesh will just be the next layer. You're just going to want to avoid any creases and folds, like between the fingers and stuff. What the hell was that? You see that? No, you don't. Maybe. Okay. See a little black spot? What is that? How did that even get there? Is it a hole? No, I don't know what that is. We will solve that problem in just a second. Each knuckle. Each finger joint. Thumb. Alright, let's do his face. Face is tough. Alright, first bet, start with the nose. Down the bridge of the nose. Maybe the sides of the nose. Usually I can like leave a bit, they'll let me leave a little bit of an edge. He looks like one of the bird people from Wind Waker. Leave me a little bit of, way to smack my microphone, a crease that I can leave. Just lower lip. And just like that, I got his beard. Whoops. I do the cheeks and the cheekbones. Then push into. Also patch up the eyeball. Oh boy, this looks rough. Oh boy, what happened to Gandalf? Gandalf looks like garbage today. Gandalf's been hitting the pipe weed a little hard. Oof. Gotta fix that eyeball. Gandalf, so he's been dealing with Pippin too much. Looks thin. Gandalf scraped over too much Pippin bullshit. Yeah, this looks like it might be a fault of the metal sculpt. This is something I actually run into a lot with the metal sculpts. Is it's almost like one eye is fine, and then like the other eye, one of the eyebrows is all messed up. Can I do just the teensiest, tiniest little dot of blue here? Can I get it to go? Yes, I can. Whew. Now, just a little bit of cadmium flesh. Apply it just to the upper brow and the edge there. Gandalf's seen better days. I'm gonna fix his hairline. All right. I do have to break out the cycle brush one more time because I forgot about his eyebrows. No, I'll do the eyebrows after the last time. Well, his face is drying. Let's do that little bit of Stonehouse Silver on Glamdring. There, and a little bit on the pommel. That's all it needed. Here's what I'm going to use on his beard. All right. Pale Flesh is the last Vallejo skin tone color. Doesn't look right at all. Yeah, that's not right. That's too yellow. The camera's not picking it up. That's actually really yellow. There we go. Yeah, you can see, you can kind of make out the difference in the camera. Top and bridge of the nose. The top edges of the hands. Just the most exposed tips and parts of the fingers. This thumb seems kind of orange and pink, so I'll hit it with that. Like the bottom part, I might not. Well, it's kind of yellow. It looks too yellow or orange. This is like a good color to put over it. Top knuckles, but not too close. All right, let's get cheekbones. Thin swipes on the forehead. So you don't want to get the forehead like completely smooth. You just want to hit the most raised areas. Lip. Oh, there's like a spot. It was this chin. That's where I had to get more gray. Nope. Psycho brush eyebrows time. Shit. Fuck. I gave Gandalf those like really bad painted on eyebrows. Let me get a look at this card actually. Yeah, we're doing fine. Real thick brows there, Gandalf. But that is precisely what these thin brushes are for. Fixing real thick eyebrows. Real thick brows. Eyelashes that went on too much. Ooh, that worked nice. Let me just fix his eyeball a little bit too. Ooh, this is looking much better. This is looking much better. At least because I don't want to add it. How's it going there, hon? That's better. That's much better. Focus on him. Will the camera focus on him? No. No, it's a secret. You can't see it. It's just the camera. Where's the isopropanol? There it is. Let me get the wash brush while I'm at it too, because that one's. I'm done with that one too, so. Oh, I dumped that right back into dirty paint water. Ah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna try to not. All right. Hair. That we're gonna use Grace here. One of my other small-ish brushes, but straight brush. Don't need a lot, so I'm just gonna blob and put it on the palette. Sounds like a witch poisoned my wife in Minecraft. And here you're taking continuous damage. How's the poison, hun? Alright, for this you want a longer straight brush. You're just gonna drag it over so it just brushes the top. I should have done his beard a little lighter, actually. It's a little difficult when you gotta hit from different angles, though. Boom. Fortunately, using this on a wet palette is kind of absorbing a lot of liquid already. I swear, some of these paints liquefy immediately, and then some of them stay a thick, unusable goo for the longest time. Pet the Gandalf gently with the brush. Mustache. Areas with some of it. There we go. And I think it's time to do the white. Let me see, is this a little whiter? It's not light enough though. All right. Now it's time to do white. Clean my brush flusher. Couple swipe throughs and rinses. All right. I'm pretty sure it's all white at this point. This brush, however, is not clearing out. Damn it. All right. Actually, no, there is a tiny bit. That little mystery dot. What is that? What is that? Why does it exist? And why is it here? Go away, mystery dot. Gone. Oh, I just ran over my own toe with my wheelie chair. Ouch. All right. All right. It's all white at this point. Fortunately, his cape is folded. Unfortunately, this particular brush absorbs paint like it's nobody's business. I do not know why. Make sure it's mostly secure in the space. The staff handle painted. Do the head for it after. I immediately set the wet paint in my hand. Where is my handle? There it is. Help a little bit. It's not glued in there yet. A little bit there shown through his hands. Point. So I think my lighting's a little washed out at the moment. Really hard to find a good balance where I can like see and the camera still picks up. The camera can see it well, and it's too dark for me. There's the staff. Yeah, this brush isn't great. It's already curling. And like curling hard too. Alright, now comes. Oh yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna use a different brush because tip's already really hooked. Alright, guess I'll use its counter point brush, which is also garbage, but the lightest parts. The flattest parts. Wow, that actually worked. That worked really well. Camera can't see the detail. What if I just tilt it just a little bit? Kind Kinda. Sorta, kinda. It goes on a little thin, and you can thicken up the other layers over it. A little bit too much in the crease. It's okay. I gotta put a little more up on the shoulders, though. That's still kind of showing through a bit. Scratch my back. All right. Blending and shading paints is so difficult. Oh, that's the tip of a gland ring that's scabbard. Oh, okay. Okay. Fuck. How did I miss that? It's sticking right up. Probably because Gandalf keeps everything tucked in his robes. Hidden. Very interesting about this brush. The way it seems to draw in and suck up paint. You do not have the amount of time you'd think you'd have with the amount of paint you just put on your brush. This looks like shit. I need the light. little bit messy. Well, that brush is good. Black boards, remember to use it. A little tiny bit of the wraith bone on a small brush to go in and fix that edge. Good enough. We used to say not good enough. It's been a mess of a paint. Let's give your models a really good look over, because otherwise you'll end up like me, driven insane. All right, back to the white. All right. This is going a little better. Before I'm at that spot, we're going to start thinning a little bit so I can smooth things out. That kind of works. Yeah, it sort of works. All right, you're staying there so you don't roll away. Robes and cloaks. Looking at this side, it looks like I got transition here pretty good. Oops. Knocked him out of his base a little bit. Alright. So I can usually use the flat backside of the brush, a wet broad stroke to cover the highest points, and then once it dilutes a little and thins out, I'll brush it down into some of the recesses. And sometimes that'll... So we gotta keep changing the angle to make sure you're getting it from every angle, so keep flipping them in some parts. It's on camera still, right? I know my hand's kind of in the way now. It's like this, where you got to start at the high point. Just a bunch of long strokes to help you blend it into the back there. Just enough. Down here, though. There we go. Blend some of the folds together. All right. Up the center. And a longer, more pointed brush is pretty good for that. Usually. Can you tell this is a shadow or what? Alright, this is where it gets a little difficult because he's got it bunched up around his hands. Okay, a little bit more here. Alright, a little bit of cleanup to do on where his arms meet. Where his hand meets, actually, sorry. This is why I gotta look at it from every angle, because I would have missed these spots here. Alright, I think I have to get a little bit of fresh white on here. Just a tiny bit. Hopefully that's plenty. That's more than enough, but you never know. What if I put a little of that? Oh, I'm gonna put a little bit of that shimmery paint on the staff actually. All right, let's finish up this side of his robes. A bit here. Fortunately, because this is folded a little more, you can be sharper with your contrast and do less blending. I've been bending the staff by jamming it into my hand. I think I have. Whoops. Whoops. All right. All right. Get a couple of chips in this model. Whoops. Leaves. A lot of points are like this brush oddly does not hold paint. It holds it too much. It absorbs the paint. Ungunk this brush, I think. Yeah, I see a lot coming out of it. This brush is like mechanically so great, so terrible at the same time. Oh, you fell out of your base again. Get back in there, Gandalf. Get back in there. All right. It's got a hood. That's the hood. Did you get exploded by a creeper, hun? Sounds like you survived, though.
Oh yeah. I've almost gone through a whole stack of chicken.
Damn. Alright, I'm gonna try to smooth out some of the warped edges here. Hope I get Alright, alright. Now let's get the small brush out and do his pants and boots. Excuse me. Alrighty. Sorry, my back's starting to hurt, so I'm whipping them out in all kinds of different angles. Oh boy. Can I get his boot from this angle? Maybe. Maybe. That's good enough on that part, as far as I'm concerned for that boot. His other boot. Boots have to be white. Why couldn't they just be leather? Plain brown leather. Here comes the question. Frick do I do the laces? All right, this is where the boots are going to be in the ass. It actually kind of worked. But, like, I'm not satisfied with it. A little bit of wash over it. Just a tiny bit. I mean, just the thinnest little blotch. I don't like how that turned out at all. Alright, I'll let that dry and I'll fix that. It just kind of blurred everything, made it all gray instead of filling the cracks. It said, let's take care of his hair. Come back with the tiny brush. Give him his kindly Santa beard. Avoid the ear. On your level, just hit a multiple of 5.
Ooh.
Sounds different. Oh no. Little touch-ups here and there. All right. This brush might actually be sharper than that brush. Ooh, I can work this one to a finer point than the other one. The other one is smaller, but the end started to curl a little bit more than this one, so There we go. It covers the laces decently enough. All right. The tip of Glamdring's scabbard. That's, as far as I'm aware, I think that's all I have left. Ooh, I knocked him out, but didn't mean to. Tiny little bit of weight up in here still. A little bit right here. So I was going to give it a second look over. Oh, I forgot to do any of it on this side of the gray. Yeah, too distracted by the boots, I think.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, hon, you got blown up again?
Yeah, I was in the middle of
Did you die?
Oh, I forgot my did. Oh, thank God, I'm still in the. I forgot my did in the cave. Anyway, yeah, I died.
I'm glad you're getting better. I mean, like, better, like, you've recovered from dying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I missed this detail. He's wearing the leaves of Lothlorien. I don't have that jewel paint, though. Let me set him down there. So what I have to find is a bright green that's not going to... Lauren Forest doesn't look quite bright green enough. Shit. Oh, wait, what do I got back here? Oh, there we go. Warpstone Glow. That'll be just the teeniest little bit on that brooch of his. I mean the teeniest little bit. It might actually be easier for me to paint it green and then just do the edges over again with the silver. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Then just the teensiest little bit. Stormhost silver on the edge. And his brooch is painted. All right. I think that'll finish up Gandalf. Maybe I can get a little bit more. Maybe it'll thin that eyebrow a little bit more. Keep poking it into my own finger. Alright, I'm gonna close the green. I don't need the green anymore. That was literally just the teeniest little dot for the leaves of Lothlorien there. Can I thin this eyebrow? It's a little better. Yep, cool. There aren't any spots I've actually brushed the paint off. Hair's good, staff's good, cloak's good. Alright, let's do the base. For that, I've got... This base will be quick because it's... Well, it won't exactly be quick. It'll be simple, technically, I guess. I've got pieces of bases, pieces of Gondorian city. I gotta match them up. Brick click. So these are made. Ooh, that's close. Not quite. Using Dr. White made these for me with her Cricut. Oh, there's one. There's a matching pair right there. And these are I think they're Tamiya, like matte texture paper. And they didn't come in the color I wanted, so I painted them all a darker gray and then used like a stamp pad to do the white over it, so I can get the white bricks with the dark inlay. Just snap that there. That half is there. The other half is the difficult part. Because I have to cut out around where his feet are gonna go. So that it can slide over and cover that little bit. It might not be that rough. Let's see. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit so we can get... I need one with a sharper tip than this. Alright, sharp scalpel time. Fuck. Stand up, Gandalf. Cut a couple little bits. It's a little bit more. That might actually go all the way on it. Oh, that might have actually been enough. Where's my shitty super glue? I go with super glue like crazy, not because I use it all, but because it just all the super glue I get seems to just kind of suck. Seems like it dies too quick. But I kind of want him to dry, leaning forward like that a little bit. I'll just hold him there for a second while he, does his thing. Oops. I should have glued that one in first. Whoops. Super glue might still be soft enough. Is still soft enough because it's terrible super glue. Awful. Awful super glue. That'll push that down properly into place. Now we'll stick Gandalf on there. Gosh, wouldn't you know it? All the glue's still completely freaking wet.
Is a third one.
Right. Oh, there's the scalpel. Alright, well that's mostly stuck in place. Alright, I gotta do a little bit more on the feet. Little tiny bit more on that staff. Sorry, it's his other foot that's getting in the way now. And the staff again. plastic models, I just cut the parts of the pig out that are directly under their feet, and then I just cut holes directly into this tiling stuff. Right. This is the part where I get glue all over my fingers, probably. Push this in place before it all dries instantly, gluing my fingers to it, which is already starting to do, but I'm getting around it, and I'm going to be okay, and it's not going to glue everything to me all at once, but... Oh, it did get my thumb. So it was much easier with the plastic Minas Tirith guys. Because those just cut like the base peg off. Oh no. Oh no, a seam on this side. This is the seam I had lined up pretty well too. Oh well. I barely notice it. I only do because I assembled it. Alright. Now I gotta remember what color I used on their bases. Was it Administratum? I think that's what I did for the Minas Tirith base. Is it Dawnstone? Oh, who knows? I'll figure it out later. Anyways, Gandalf the White. At least one of the models. May not have finished both of them, but there's one done. Alright. Let's get ramping up here. Alright, so I'm going to have to soak and clean up that other, the mounted one, which should be done soaking now, but I'll try other stuff with the horse. Shadowfax. But it's for me for tonight. It would have been nice if that had worked out, but also like I'm also really interested in seeing what this shimmery paint does. Because even if it's just like a white shimmer, that's exactly like what I need for Shadowfax. So I'm gonna reprime them. I'm probably gonna use the what is that? Corax white. That's not white. It's just a really light gray. I'll probably use that and then hit it with Apothecary White, which is not white. It's just another gray whitewash kind of thing. Then I'll touch it up with white and then use the metal medium, the Vallejo metal medium. I'll post pictures of Gandalf shortly. But that is, I think that's going to be it for me for tonight. I got to get this all cleaned up. I got to get other Gandalf brushed and cleaned up. I got bits of stuff falling off and stick to my shirt. What is this? I don't know. But, I should play some Red Dead again soon. Something else I was gonna do. I think when I finish Red Dead, I think I'm gonna play Dishonored. That's one I never finished. I know. I'm a failure. I feel the shame. Don't worry. So much shame. Even though I've started a bunch of times. There was another one I started. Oh, Fallout 3 was the other one I started a bunch of times and never finished, but I got that done. So let's finish. Oh, I'm gonna do work on the board. I think that's, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do, but those are all for other days. Oh. And I'm gonna get packed up. I gotta get everything ready, and I got to go to sleep. So, thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for joining me while I'm finally painting some heroes that I've been sitting on for years. But I'm in bed. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna scrub acetone off with Gandalf in the morning, and I'm gonna call tonight. So, have a good night, and I will see you later.